Hey everybody, welcome to Uncle Packy's Story Time. And if you like this video, please click like or subscribe at the bottom of the screen when the video is over. Tonight we're going to talk about the city of Atlantis. Now probably when you were growing up, you heard lots of stories about the city of Atlantis. You probably heard that it existed or it didn't exist. You probably heard where it was or where it wasn't. You really don't know what the truth is. Well, tonight we're going to tell you about the true story of what happened to the city of Atlantis. Now, of course, the city of Atlantis occurred many thousands of years ago, and it was the most technological city on the face of the earth. And over the years, it became so technologically incredible that it had a base on the moon, it had made friends with aliens, and everything was great. And there was a wonderful queen who was in charge of Atlantis. Her name was Queen Obala. And every day she would start the court. Welcome to the court. What is today's business? Meow. And every day they would tell her the court's business. And she reigned over this technological city. And she protected it. And everything was great. But one day we did something, that basically pissed off some alien friends that we had, and they decided that they were going to destroy the Earth. Now, Atlantis wasn't worried about that because it had a super strong defense shield. It had a super strong space cannon. There was really nothing that these aliens could do to the city of Atlantis, or so they thought. So one day, the queen was holding court, and as usual, she said, "Welcome to the court. Does anyone have some business?" And the chief astronomer raced into the room and he said, "Your Majesty, Your Majesty, a giant asteroid is coming toward us. The aliens have directed it toward us, and it will destroy both us and the Earth." "Oh my goodness! What can be done, Chief Astronomer?" So the chief astronomer, he thought for a minute and he goes, "Your Majesty, we must deploy the space cannon." "Very well. Deploy the space cannon." So the top of the city opened up and the space cannon was aimed. "Aim the space cannon carefully." And the astronomer said, "Your Majesty, we must hurry. We only have 2 minutes left before we all die." "Very well. Is the space cannon ready to fire?" "Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty," he answered. "Very well. Fire the space cannon. Shrishka!" And the space cannon fired. Woo! And a beam 4 feet thick flew out from the city, a beam that nothing in this universe can withstand. And the asteroid was destroyed immediately. "Ha ha ha! We have done it again," said the queen. And the chief astronomer was like, "Oh, thank you, Your Majesty, thank you. Let me go check and see how things are." So he ran off, and they continued to hold court. And about 2 minutes later, the chief astronomer ran back in. "Oh, Your Majesty, another asteroid is headed toward the Earth. We will all die. It will hit us in 3 minutes." "Very well. Deploy the space cannon." And the chief astronomer said, "We can't, Your Majesty. It needs 5 minutes to recharge." "We don't have 5 minutes." "Oh no! What can we do?" said the queen. And the chief astronomer thought for a minute. He goes, "Well, Your Majesty, we have another space cannon on the moon. It's not quite as powerful, but we believe it will work." "Very well. Deploy the moon space cannon." So the astronomer, he ran off, talked to the moon base, and with 30 seconds left, the space cannon deployed. Boop! And the asteroid was destroyed. "Oh, thank goodness," said the queen. "Oh, we can all rest now. It is all over." "No, your majesty," said the astronomer. "There is now a third and bigger asteroid coming toward the Earth. And it will be here in 45 seconds. And we do not have enough time to charge the space cannon or the space cannon on the moon." "What?" said the queen. "What can we do?" And the astronomer said, "Unfortunately, your majesty, there is nothing we can do." And the queen thought for a moment. She goes, "Wait, we have the impenetrable defense shield. Raise the shield." And they brought up the impenetrable space shield. And it covered the city of Atlantis, but not the rest of the Earth. But of course, that's where the asteroid was headed, directly to the city of Atlantis. And the queen asked the astronomer, "Astronomer, are we going to be defended by the space shield?" "Yeah." And the astronomer said, "Your Majesty, we don't know. We really don't know. We might survive. We know of nothing that can penetrate the shield, but we just don't know. This particular asteroid is the size of a moon. And when it hits us, it could destroy us, or it might not. It could destroy the Earth, or it might not. We don't know. Everyone, please take positions. We do not know what will happen." And the queen addressed the entire city. "Citizens of Atlantis, we do not know what will happen. Our space cannon has not yet recharged, and a third asteroid is headed toward us. Wish each other luck and take cover." Yeah. So that's what the citizens of Atlantis did. They all got under their tables, and they all braced for the greatest impact ever to be seen. And the queen directed that every last energy of Atlantis be directed toward the shield. "Put all the electricity and all the energy into the shield. Turn off all non-essential items." "Yes, your majesty," said the chief astronomer, and he went and did that, and the shield was even stronger. And in came the asteroid, and the sound of it coming through the Earth's atmosphere was incredible. And then the asteroid hit. Boom! There had never been such a destructive force in the history of the planet. And when it was over, and I think you know this already, the Gulf of Mexico had been formed. That's where Atlantis had been. And now there was just the Gulf of Mexico, but where was the city of Atlantis? And to this day, no one knows if the city of Atlantis was destroyed, if the city of Atlantis was pushed onto the ocean floor, if the city of Atlantis was pushed below the ocean's floor. No one knows. But we do know this. The asteroid that had been sent to destroy Atlantis later became our moon. Or actually, our real moon. The previous moon that we had was very small. It combined with the leftovers of the asteroid and became a larger moon, where it remains today. And still, no one knows where the city of Atlantis is. However, some people believe if you go outside at night and look up toward the moon and listen very carefully, you can still hear the queen shouting out her orders to fire the space cannon. "Fire the space cannon!" And that's the story of the city of Atlantis. We don't know if it survived, but we believe it did. And I hope you believe it did. Good night. Until the next story. If you like this, Click like or subscribe at the bottom of the screen and look for new stories soon. Thank you.